I spent some time and cleaned up the wiring on my RD 2.0. It was a big mess before, so I'd say this is a huge improvement. A lot of people ask for the alignment settings of this thing, so here it is. The front is at -7 degrees of camber, while the rear is at -2 degrees of camber. The toe is set to what factory is at the rear, and at the front, I adjusted it until I got the Acuvance that I was looking for. To adjust the caster, I put the two spaces in front of the upper control arm. For the rear, I tried to make the upper link parallel with the lower control arm in order to lessen the camber gain. For shock tuning, I'm using 100 CST Yokomo paired with top line pink springs on the rear, and in the front we're using Rev D R-tuned springs. And before I forget, this is how the steering looks. So I fell asleep. And we're back. We're back at Super G with the Team AD Rhino Racing chassis build. As you can see, we got all the electronics wired up and slightly cleaned up, and this is how she looks. We're using TRF shocks with top line springs in the rear. In the front, we're using TRF shocks with Rev D springs. For those that are curious, this is the steering angle. The steering is through a servo horn and linkage. You have caster adjustment up here, and inside there are two linkages where you could adjust the throw of the servo horn. Since this is originally an RDX conversion kit, you will need this Team AD adapter to get it to work with a Rhino Racing Shark transmission. And yeah, that's about it. This is how she looks in complete form. We'll probably have to add an ESC fan, as we did not put one on right now. It's still on the stock capacitor, so Blaze is also in the works for that. The red car is Tyler at Scale Magic. You guys know of him. We decided to do a tandem together to see how well this car can do on chase as well as on lead. On chase, it was easy to maintain proximity while keeping angle, and on lead, the steering to me felt so smooth that it was easy for me, and very easy and consistent for me, to do a nice lap around the track. You may notice some bumper taps there. I'm just not used to how long this S14 shell is. I thought it would be cool if we did a video with the body off the car, just so you can see how the car is really moving around underneath the shell. And just by watching this video, you can see the steering inputs. It's not much, like it's almost as if like you turn once and you just adjust with the throttle and go. I would say this is definitely one of the smoother cars I've driven, and I look forward to tuning. It's on a base tune of -8 camber in the front and -2 to the rear. I want to venture out of that and see what the possibilities are. Of course, I drove my RD 2.0. I'm really enjoying having this chassis, as it lets me tune, or feel the itch for tuning without messing with my competition car. It's still pretty stock compared to the last video. I haven't really made any changes. If you're not familiar, the only change I've made on this car so far are the big bore shocks and the Rhino Racing CLSD. That's it for the driving footage tonight. I really appreciate everyone who's come out and subscribed, as well as watch the videos and like them.
thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know what you want to see next, and don't forget to like and subscribe.